I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but yes, hang on a sec. Oh, I gotta find my YouTube channel. I'll do that right now. Hang on.
Okay.
We're almost there, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Log into my YouTube and then we'll be good.
First time is bound to be a little technical difficulties.
Yeah, you know.
Thank you for your patience.
What can you do? Just message me the YouTube link so I can give it to a couple of people.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to in a second. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Inga, can you see the chat right to the right?
No.
Okay, to the right. Ready to in a second. Oh yeah,
there we go. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Inga, can you?
Yeah, I got the chat window there. Let's see, but it kind of there we go. So
I'm gonna share this to my Facebook. Here we
there's
go.
the live link. Okay, good. Let me zoom that out too. Let me poop that out too. Yeah, I got the chat window there. Let's see, but it kind of there we go. So
I'm gonna share this to my Facebook. Here we go.
now you got the YouTube feedback in. You got that feeding back to us though. Let's see. Shawnee, get down. My dog. Let's see. Copy that.
Inga, could you do me a favor and put the link on my Facebook wall as well? Do you mind?
I will try, but I don't know if I can. Let me see. I go to Facebook here.
See if I can do that.
Okay, that, and then on your page as well. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Okay, now I got your Zoom.
I'm having a very bad hair today. We just have to get over that.
Posting. Okay, so that should be live on YouTube now. I'm not going to follow it there, but okay. All right.
I'm actually going to turn off my video. I'm just going to talk. So hello there, Moore and Inga. How are you guys tonight?
Doing fabulous.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kirstin.
Awesome.
I'm starting over because I want to record this. So hang on.
Okay.
Here we go. Live, Massachusetts. We've got Moore and Inga, and I'm going to mess up both of your last names. It's Inga Verge and Moore Stringer, correct?
Yep.
Okay, and so that I don't misintroduce the two of you, because everything's very volatile right now. Moore, you go first. How would you like to be introduced? And then Inga, you're going to tell us who you are.
Am I going to go first?
Yes.
I'm a musician from Massachusetts. I got suckered into this thing here. I have no idea what it's about, what I'm about to listen to. But here I am because I don't shy away from a challenge of any sort. So let's boogie. I suppose it's going to be about race and hot button issues surrounding that, I suppose. And yeah, let's talk.
And I am Moore. I will be 40 years old in 2 days.
Woo!
And I am a professional Black American. So who better to give you the opinion of a Black American than a professional Black American? That's any American, any Black person born here and been here for some time, at least 3-4 decades, is I guess can be considered a professional Black American.
Really?
Takes you a couple decades to kind of get the speed on things, you know. So
really, so you'd probably peg me as a professional white American then? I take it, or
is that what you are?
No, not at all. But since what's a professional Black American? Do you speak on behalf of all Black Americans then, or? I
can give you an opinion, just like say a lawyer or a doctor. The 50 million lawyers or doctors with their 50 million different opinions, how you go to court and you get
so
a lawyer for your defendant and a lawyer for, prosecution.
Yeah, but you build the event as Ask the Black Man, the definite article there. It kind of makes it sound like you're speaking on behalf of every Black man. The Black Man, right?
Ask the, you could take it as one singular or the them, classification.
Okay, so right away you're
I'll jump in here for 1 sec, Inga.
Okay.
You made some big accusations or allegations or insinuations about Black people in general.
I've never made any
Black on Black. Hold on. Black on Black crime, etc. So since you spoke about Black people in the aggregate,
I have never done that at all. So that's right away. You're starting with a very, very very false premise, Kirstin. That I have never ever. I say exactly the opposite. As a matter of fact, I always speak of these groups that you wokesters like to talk about in not the aggregate, but as a heterogeneous group that is absolutely not a homogenous block of any sort. I am very well aware that black people is a meaningless concept because one black person is as different from another black person as I am from Bill Gates. So it's a completely meaningless premise, but that's where I'm coming from. So I don't know where this conversation is going to go.
Okay, because
well, just like people can sit and listen to Bill Gates or sit and listen to you on your expertise on whatever it is you would like to share with us, it's valid. Your opinion is not valid, is not invalid.
No, it isn't. But I'm not here to even attempt to speak on behalf of a group of anyone. Whether
you have that luxury. It's called white privilege. Where
you don't have that luxury. You don't have that luxury.
Nah, we don't. We have
just a different not an individual, huh? You're just not an individual.
We're in a different. I didn't say you weren't an individual.
No, I'm asking you. Are you not an individual?
Can I finish? I said we don't have that luxury as Black Americans. Somebody to not have to take a stand. It's more of a different type of position. Right.
So you are just feeling that you literally think that in some way you are here representing all Black people.
I don't understand what your issue with me saying that I'm representing Black people. Period.
Well, who are you representing?
I'm
representing somebody or something or an idea or a collective idea, right?
Who are you representing as an individual?
Myself, Inga Berg.
Right. Okay. So Inga,
and who, as an individual, you have a small concept of self. It seems like you don't have a valid opinion, that you can't speak on behalf of white men.
Obviously, I cannot speak on behalf of white men. That would be
that's your opinion.
No, that is the truth. I cannot speak on because that's just de facto the truth.
If individuals didn't feel like they had something profound to add to society, then nothing would be said. So what are you talking about?
Right. So are there also?
I honestly never felt like I had too much to say about this issue.
No, I'm talking about individuals, period. Throughout history, writing, literature, individuals who stepped up and said anything during a time period in time.
Yeah, if they claim to be speaking on behalf of a larger group of something or other, some demographic or other,
like a president or a government body official. What are you talking about?
No, they don't speak on behalf of everybody. Of course they don't.
They didn't say everybody, but they speak on behalf of who they represent. That's all I said.
Inga, we're in a situation right now, Inga, you do have white privilege because you're not in a situation where when you go out of your door, you're hunted down.
Oh, were you hunted? Were you hunted tonight, Boar? Were you hunted? Coming to wherever you're at? Were you hunted?
Every day, baby.
You were hunted every day.
It's a joke. It's actually a joke to you. But when I leave my home,
it is because
present danger. Yes, I get
absolute nonsense. You're not hunted. You're not hunted.
How many times? Why are you offended by it? Look at you moving in.
I'm offended. I laugh at it. You're not hunted. You're not hunted, dude, by anybody.
What do you call it? What do you call it?
I have no idea what you think.
Exactly. You don't have any idea, but
you personally think you.
I call it hunted. So why don't you ask me to explain that? Because I can explain it to you, but you're already defensive about it.
But it's nonsense from the get-go because you're not hunted. You're not hunted.
So then there's no reason for me to explain anything to you then.
You can't explain it. This is the thing. I'm not.
I've been hunted. I've been hunted in America since I've been born. Unfortunately, I was charged as an adult. At 14. I was abducted by police at 13.
Oh my goodness! Did you get?
I had a secret indictment in legal. I had a secret indictment in legal cannabis, Massachusetts, in 2016. You was enjoying your white boy privilege.
So you have some.
While you was enjoying your white boy privilege as a little child, I was being hunted as a child soldier in America. I was in handcuffs. I had guns in my face and everything in America.
Sounds like you've had a
beaten up by police and everything in America.
Sounds like you've had a very unique.
To have a I guess like a war mentality or a psychological mentality that you are being hunted. It's a real thing for people who go through that trauma.
I'm sure there are, plenty of people in America who, for some reason or other, feel like they're being hunted.
No, they are. No, Inga, he was hunted. He was put in handcuffs at the age.
It's not over. It's not over. I still got this black skin on. You have a privilege right now. You could be talking to a legend, homie. You could be talking to somebody could be on the front page, Trayvon style. My friend of mine, a good friend of mine, who I call my brother. He never made the newspaper. He was killed by police right in front of his mother.
Police killings are a bit of an issue.
He was killed by police right in front of his mother, right in his house. The police choked him with his bare hands. And his
that happens to white.
Hey, can you guys get some police over here and get these guys off of my son because they're gonna kill my son? Never made the news. My reality is very different than yours.
Do you think so you think that all the killings that had the killings of white suspects by police in America, do they all make the news? Or
why do you ask me?
It doesn't happen. White people don't get killed by the police. And Inga,
oh my goodness.
Why don't you ask more?
Well, no. White men. White men, poor white men do get killed by police.
Rich white men, everybody.
Poor white men do suffer home invasions.
Are you seriously?
Guys, time out for 1 second. I have a question. Inga, why don't you ask more to explain to you how he dealt with getting arrested at the age of 14 because he's
I'm sure we'll get to
ask him.
I'm sure we'll get to that, but we got to clear up a bit of your premise here, people, which is that you think that white people don't get harassed and killed by police. That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
Never said that.
I think Kirstin mentioned it that
doesn't happen. But anybody with half a brain in America know it's disproportionate, homie. You're not.
How is it? How
is not dragging white? They not dragging white folks and killing white folks in the street like black men. They're not doing that.
How disproportionate is it?
Stop it.
Huh?
I'm in
Gloucester, some numbers.
Over by police. They go, honey, your taillight's out. Take care of that, okay? No. I was with a black man and a Native American in my car in Gloucester. I've been living here since 2000. Every time I want to go to Eastern Point, I have friends in Eastern Point. I drive there. Nobody stops me. Nobody checks me. I go look at the lighthouse. I do whatever I want to do. The first time I took a black friend of mine with a Native American, the guy who's the lineage of the original Massaquite tribe, or however you pronounce it, the original tribe that Massachusetts was named for. They're in the truck. As soon as I cross into Eastern Point, the security guard comes out and tells me it's closed. I have to turn around. That never happened.
Kirstin, can I blow your mind for a second? Do you know that the security guard at the gates at Eastern Point stops everybody?
No,
he
doesn't.
That?
He never stopped me. No, Inga.
You know that I have been stopped at that very gate.
So right now we're experiencing, right, Kirstin, right now you're seeing though, it's true though, not just black men go through traumatic stress from white supremacy. He's actually experiencing traumatic stress from white supremacy.
No. I'm not experiencing white supremacy. The rhetoric is just already off.
I can give you some. Have you ever heard of TED Talks?
Have I heard of TED Talks?
They did an interest.
That
there's an interesting professor that did a TED Talks on. And it was a white man who did a TED Talks on how white men think, and you think just the quintessential.
Oh my!
How they think.
You are a typical white man. You're trying to make an exception, but you're not.
You refuse to put yourself in anybody else's shoes. You think everybody else is lazy. This is why white men have gotten to where they've gotten. What? You are that textbook.
You're just saying a bunch of random
I admit that I had
has nothing to do with my opinions at all.
Excuse me. If I admit, can I finish?
Never said.
If I admit, this is how you feel. If I admit that I had some type of unfair advantage against melanated black folks, then that would infringe upon all of my accomplishments, and that's not true. You understand me? You can feel for other people going through a lot worse things in the world because of this thing called white supremacy, and you need to educate yourself on that. It's been
do I need to educate myself on that? Do I? Oh, that's wonderful.
Educate,
you obviously mean what all lefties mean when they say educate, which is that you're going to talk some spiel at me. That's some ideological rhetoric, and that's my education. Except
I'm going to suggest some books.
I'm not. Yeah, but you're forgetting one thing.
No, you gotta get your. I'm going to suggest some books for you. I have some books.
You can suggest all you want. I'm going to suggest to you that I don't buy a single one of your premises. So the conversation is off to a very.
You just doing exactly what I said that you would do. You book.
Well, I mean, you're right. I will do that because
my opinion is invalid, nor is any other information that I will present to you.
Your opinion is your own, and that's it.
No, exactly, it is. It is. Exactly. It is.
I don't buy for 1 second that you represent anything, that you represent another black man or many black men or many black women, anything like that, anything more than I represent the experience and knowledge of white people. It's just a bullshit premise, dude. It's a bullshit premise.
Well, I mean, because you feel your place in history is very small. That's your concept of self. So you're telling me, and I am an author, but any great book, any great literature you've read, that person wasn't valid enough. You understand? Especially if they were black, probably but if they white, they're really valid. So I'm just a person, I'm telling you, who is a professional in this field in America. I'm a professional black man in this field in America. I've been one for 40 years in America. So I can.
And by professional black man, you mean that being a black man is your vocation? Is that what you mean?
That being a black man is my position.
Is your what?
My position.
That's your position. So you have no individuality. So you
that's you. That's you who don't feel like they have an opinion, who don't have individuality. You have no opinion other than any cog in the wheel. I feel like I have an opinion that I can offer to society and you, white man.
You can offer me your opinion all you want, and I will come right back and say that it's completely fucking wrong.
So we on 2 different levels. I'm writing. I'm actually writing.
You're actually sitting here? I'm
actually in time, feeling like my opinion is valid, and I'm interjecting my opinion in time, in this time. So when I'm gone, people will still be reading my words.
What gives you
you got 2 different concepts of life.
Let me try to get you off this track here a little bit. Just to touch something. So you are actually saying that your skin color makes your opinion valid.
In white America, yes. When we're talking about white supremacy and what we're dealing with right now in America, yes.
You're so mired. You're so absolutely mired in lefty rhetoric.
I couldn't suggest a history book or nothing that would suggest anything different to you. So what opinion are you expressing to me? Whose opinion are you giving me?
I can't give opinions on this nonsense.
Heaven forbid you have a valid opinion. Heaven forbid. No.
A valid opinion. We can start
a valid opinion,
places, but they're nothing like you're presenting at all.
Who are you to have a valid opinion?
Who am I to have a valid opinion?
Yeah. How do you represent? Who do you represent to have an opinion?
I represent myself. I'm a thinking man. I read, I study.
Well, you're not thinking right now, Inga, because the guy just told you he got arrested at the age of 14, and you weren't even curious to say, "Hey, what was that like being?"
All right, so is this about? Should we lay out our arrest records? I mean, should I lay out my police encounters? Should we do that?
Tell me about yours, Inga.
No, is that really anecdotal?
What we're talking about is the disproportionate treatment. You asked me how have I feel? Why I feel like I've been hunted? Because
that's a paranoid fantasy. You obviously
because I've gotten in my car and I've gotten pulled over millions of times for no reason by public servants, people who's supposed to serve and protect me.
Okay, so you really
think that they feel like their service and protection to America is harassing and killing black folks.
Is that what it is? Okay, that's what
Inga, you're being recorded right now, buddy.
Stance. That's just nothing. That has no relationship with reality, my friend. I'm sorry you feel that way.
With your reality, his reality, definitely. That's that white privilege.
Hey guys, hang on 1 second.
Statistical reality. Do you know that?
Kirstin, that's that white male privilege that the white women got to put up with that you're talking about, huh?
I want to interject. Inga, I'm calling you on your bullshit because you're being recorded, okay? I just told you that for 20, it was actually 18 years. It was 2 years. For 18 years, I've lived in Gloucester and I've come and gone to Eastern Point and I didn't even know they had a security guard because I never saw one, okay? The minute I go there with a black man and a Native American man in my truck, my car, it was a car, boom, suddenly Eastern Point was closed. They didn't ask me who I was going to visit. They didn't ask me who we were. And so
I already countered this point conclusively by saying that I myself, as a white man, if you will, have been stopped at those very gates.
No, Inga, you're a guy.
So what is your nationality? What is your nationality? What is your nationality? You're
Norwegian. I'm Norwegian American.
You're pure. Both of your parents are Norwegian?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. So you white. That's how they classify you in America, as white male.
Yeah, they can call me whatever they want. I don't go by these classifications. I'm not racist like that.
I don't go with these classifications.
That's the American classifications that they give.
I don't go with it. I don't go with that. I never have.
The difference between your classification, but see, the difference between your classification and my classification is. White folks is just plain when you say white folks. When you say black folks, that's our reality. We don't have a.
Oh, is that an hour? So you're all context. Collectivism, no individualism. Well, that's
black Americans.
Buy that for a second.
Our history has been diffused. We don't know our history.
Yeah, our history.
So when we say black or white, that's the Americans.
So you feel like so you feel like all black-skinned people in America are collectivists. They think of themselves as a group.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what collectivism is? You should learn that. But collectivism.
No. In terms of saying a collectivist, what do you mean a collectivist? Can you explain?
I mean that you see yourself first and foremost as part of a group rather than an individual. Is that correct?
See myself as what are you talking
as
about?
part of a group, as a representative for a group.
How do I get past these trillion 100 trillion plus cells in my body and 100 trillion plus nucleuses in each cell? And
do you feel like you share
100 trillion plus atoms in each cell? How do I get past the 100 trillion?
Do you feel like you share of the brain?
How do I get past the 100 trillion plus quantum particles in each atom? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I observe.
How do I
observe the world? And I observe the world through self.
I can toss that right back at you. How do I? I think for myself. This brain right here thinks its own things. Does your brain think its own thing, or does it just think whatever what you feel like other black people also think?
What do you think in that big white brain of yours? Because what I think doesn't matter. What do you think?
Why do you say what you think doesn't matter? I'm simply saying
the whole time I've been here, everything I've said to you, you said is
because it's nonsense, dude.
So now you're asking me a question. You might as well tell me what I think.
It's nonsense. You're going
exactly.
from wrong premises.
What you want me to tell you what I think so you can say it's nonsense? You tell me what I think then.
So far, it's extremely clear that you think in collectivist terms. That you think of black men as one monolithic mass.
I just told you I don't. I told you I observe self first, and I observe the world through self. So it doesn't matter though that I said that.
You absolve what? You observe?
I observe.
Observe. Okay.
I observe the world through my eyes. That's through self.
That's what I think. That's pretty much everybody. Yeah, I think that's
through my eyes and through my experience that I experience. I observe the world through self first.
Okay, and then you extrapolate from your experience.
You're telling me I see myself as a group first.
Yes, I certainly. When you come on,
that's your opinion, and I told you no.
When you come on a live when you come on a live broadcast billing yourself as the black man, I think that's pretty much a given.
You want to say the or the Old English? How you speaking? The
whatever. There.
What are you talking about?
The definite article. The black man. Anyway, we're past that.
And as far as I can see, I'm the only black man on here. It's 3 people on the live. It's just me. So
that's right. He's the black man.
You know what? You could be the black man. You be the black man.
It's fine by me. I can be the black man if you want. I don't care at all. I would still be exactly me.
Can you give me the history? Can you give me the history of the Norwegians? Can you give me a history?
A brief history of the Norwegians. What do you? Yeah. It's
from the origin of Norwegian.
They were. It's a long history of a country in Europe. Do you know where Norway is? You know where it is? You know, obviously. Yeah. Right next to Sweden. It was under foreign rule for many periods of its time. It had they were definitely you can call it oppression by other countries there. Definitely. I don't know if I can trace my own history, how far back I can go, but there's a good chance that some of my quote unquote my people might have been enslaved by others at some point in their history. That's definitely a good chance of that.
The Slavs.
No, nothing to do with the Slavs. That's different. That's Eastern Europe. That's a different thing. But
it's all over. It's all through that area. Yeah, that was
okay. But a
lot of people don't know that white people actually was in slavery first.
All right. Well, let's get this on track. Let's get this on track. Okay. Let's take it into something. I'm trying to think of a pertinent question in the context of this insanity here. But let's say, okay. How long more do you feel like after a historical group, if you will, has been oppressed, which in America, slaves were oppressed. We can agree on that. We can agree on that. The history of slavery in America is very ugly. That is correct. How long after these historical events do you feel like we need to perpetuate that oppression when we are no longer talking about the people themselves who were oppressed? We're no longer talking about the actual slaves. We're talking about generations upon generations after that.
Man, that is an awesome question, man.
How long do we hold on to this shit?
Yo, that's an awesome question.
Well, thanks for validating it.
That's the best. Buddy. I got you. That's can I? And plus, please, after this question, give me 10 more questions. I know you got some real questions like this one. So, how long?
No. How long? How many generations?
We're still going through what you would call slavery or cattle slavery.
How is that? How is that?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
We have something that's been reinstitutionalized called mass incarceration, where you have more black folks in jail right now under correctional than there was slaves on the.
Could there be And there could be no reasons for this. You don't see any reasons for this. For example,
let me finish. Let me finish, please. So what you have is a sophisticated type of chattel slavery that has been reinstitutionalized on Black Americans. As soon as Black Americans fought their way out of slavery, because we told they were let out of slavery, a lot of wars. The Haitians set it off, and then after the Haitians defeated Napoleon, armies, generals of his day, they defeated him. You had all of the Seminole Wars breaking out in America. These are states that America didn't conquer. The United States did not subdue all of the states when they got here. So you have this history that we don't really know, but we actually fought and to make our way out of slavery. And
then once that happened, how long are you going to be holding on to this?
Hold on. We fought to get out of slavery. As soon as we would get let out of slavery, fought out of slavery, the reinstitution of the police. The police, they were like 15, there weren't 15 laws on the books. As soon as they, the year before they released the slaves, they added another 100 laws on the books. They had vagrant laws. So if you were,
you don't really have
if you were jobless, let me give you the little history because you probably don't know. If you,
I do know. You don't have to with me, but maybe do it for
the
audience.
You asked the question, and I'm getting there to present day to now. You asked me how long. Just give me a second. If you were jobless with these vagrant laws, if you were jobless, if you were homeless, these people were just let out of slavery. So they pretty much did the same thing that they're doing to us today. They criminalized these people's blackness. You understand? These people's colors, and they used the government police to do so.
Okay, I see.
So, you can't get over something that you're still going through. You understand me? We're obviously still going through.
So these laws that you're referring to, they're still in the books in 2020, yeah?
Yeah, you do. You still
Which
have
law?
Laws in the books in 2020. Did you
Which
know
law?
Black folks' right to vote is still being voted?
Can you cite me one law?
Huh?
Can you cite me one law that's on the books in 2020 that discriminates between white people and Black people?
Can I ask you a question?
Tell me one.
Before I answer that question, do you know how many laws we have on the books?
Not the exact number. It's a lot of laws.
We have over 1 million laws on the books.
Can you?
No, I can't. Hell no, I can't quote you. We got over 1 million laws in the books in America that all fall on the backs of Black folks.
Well, you should probably be able to cite one instance of
I should. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry.
Of a racist law.
I'm sorry, I didn't meet
a Black man.
I just told you. We're still voting on Black folks' right to vote is not indefinite.
Black folks' right to vote is not indefinite.
No, it's not. It's not. It still has to. It was just renewed. We just renewed it a couple.
How do you figure that? How do you figure that? You feel like your right to vote is in danger? You feel like that's
I didn't say my right to vote was in danger. I think honestly, all Americans, what's been happening up until this point, all of our right to vote, is pretty much in danger. I think we should
Inga, the Voting Rights Act.
That's another story.
Hold on there.
Just a minute,
Kirstin,
Mark.
what are you
trying to say? Hold on. All right, let me finish my story. I'm sorry, I got a little long-winded on you.
But hold on, I just want to jump in with one thing. The Voting Rights Act was completely gutted in 2013. Inga, while Moore finishes speaking, I'm going to send you guys a citation of a law against Black people. Okay.
Don't send anything. I'm not going to read anything right now. You know what? Your right to vote is not in any danger more.
Oh my God.
I know that. You
see the people in Georgia had to spend 4 hours waiting.
But we're not even talking. I'm not talking about the right to vote. We're talking about all of our rights to exercise our rights as just regular citizens of America.
You have the exact same rights that I do. Exactly the same rights that I do. And you cannot find a single.
So all this mayhem breaking off in America is just nonsense.
A lot of it is definitely a hysterical.
All this mayhem breaking off in America is imagined.
It's not imagining
that they are going through mass incarceration.
Mass hysteria.
These folks are imagining that they're going through mass incarceration.
Mass incarceration.
Their children are being shot in the streets.
I don't know that you can show me examples of people who are anymore incarcerated for things they did not do. You can have
numbers, but you don't look at the numbers, so you can
make statements like that. Talk numbers. All right, we'll talk provocative numbers.
You can make dumb statements like that because you're not looking at numbers. You're not looking at facts or anything. You just
I'll give you some facts.
You're just looking into that big white brain of yours that you say.
I'll give you some facts right now. More. Okay, here's some facts. What's a fact? Okay, let's jump to another.
Please give me a fact.
Okay. Black men like yourself, like who you represent, apparently, are 6% of the American population. You know that? 6%.
That's what's said. That's what's said. Okay.
6% is black men. You know what percentage of violent crime black men as a demographic commit?
Oh no, please tell me.
50% of murders, 60% of robberies. So
oh wow,
kind of misrepresented there.
Well, we need to get these. We need to get these black men off the streets, huh? We need to load these. Right?
Unless what you want to make it legal for black men to.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Wow, 50%. Damn, somebody need to come arrest my ass right now before I commit a murder, right?
Not you.
If
not you.
50% of the murders.
But
damn, so who we killing? We killing white folk? We running around killing white folks? For this?
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact,
black men is crazy. We need to get them out of America.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
we're the number one terrorist in America. We running around killing folks.
As a matter of fact, I've offered to give you an extensive list.
He believe that.
White people are killed in police contact, and how many black people are killed in police contact.
Oh, really? Please tell me that. Please tell me that fact also.
What's that?
Please tell me that fact also.
I don't have the statistics right in front of me, but obviously.
No, but if you say it, it's a fact because you're white. So go ahead.
No, not because I'm white, because it's true. Because it's true. All right, let me see if I can. I mean, I want to spend time pulling up statistics here, but let's see if I can find it here. What the hell of it? You know, I'll see if I can talk while I do it. But
So as they hold on, as they legalize marijuana all across America, one of the major caveats they legalize it. One of the premises is because of mass incarceration. Because of marijuana mass incarceration, marijuana arrests represent 40% of arrests.
That's no longer the case. So I mean, that's
40%. Marijuana arrests represent 40% of all arrests.
Here we go. Let me get back to the point. Okay, I'm looking at this as a source here, Statista. This is getting kind of dry, but okay, we're looking at several years here. In 2017, the number of white people shot to death by the police in the United States was 457. In the same year, the number of black people shot to death by police in the United States was 223. So less than half. No, about half. Okay.
So now you can't count either because you said it was 6%.
No. Different statistic, my friend. Different statistic. Now I'm talking about the actual people, the actual raw count of people shot to death by the police in the United States. In 2017, we'll pick that year, whites were 457 and blacks
457 what?
457 individuals, 457 white individuals shot to death by police in 2017.
Yeah, so what are you talking about? That's not a percentage. What are you talking about?
That's the actual number. The actual number.
So you compared 6%, a percentage of black folks in America to
oh my God almighty.
Graphic number.
No, that was
what's the percentage of all murders that black folks commit in America is what you're supposed to be telling us.
Yeah, over 50% every year. Over 50% every year.
Okay.
Over 50% every year. That's every year. That's steady. That's FBI stats. That can be backed up by anything. You didn't know that? You actually didn't know that?
Nah, I still don't know that.
Then you gotta.
Don't know that. I know you said that. I know you just said that.
Well, then that you know what? You can look that up after this.
Forgive me if I don't take your opinion like you don't take mine.
It's not an opinion. That's a count. That's an actual. That's the Department.
That's funny. That's funny. Nobody else has that count in America right now. Actually, white folks not running through the streets with hysteria like yo, lock these black folks up. Actually, America is running through the streets like lock these crazy white men up. That's what's happening right now. What? Running through the street like lock these crazy white men up. They not running through the streets talking about lock these crazy black men.
I can't.
Killing people for their skin color.
This is just incoherent. What are you talking about? What even are you talking about at the moment?
So forgive me, my fault. So they running around America killing white folks for their skin color is what you think. It's what you know to be true.
They're not. I don't. You know what? When police kill somebody, nobody can tell what the exact motive of that police officer is.
Oh, you don't see color. You're on a higher level. When police kill somebody, you don't really see color. You don't see who they kill. You don't know. It's just somebody.
You know what? We need
the majority of those somebodies is black folks.
Oh, well, and white folks, as I just demonstrated to you.
Yeah, that's why I asked you. So they running through the streets in America, in your opinion, killing white folks for their skin color.
This kind of rhetoric of running through the streets in America. Police have a role.
Wait. We're using terms incorrectly.
Yeah, I thought I just pointed it out.
This is data manipulation.
Hold up, can you hear my wife?
This is data manipulation because you sat there and said that
it's not that serious.
He sat there and said that he gave a percentage of the population that Black folks make up.
Can you get the wife on the camera so we can talk to her?
I'm going to finish, so I'm not on that screen, so you're going to listen to me because I'm
data manipulation.
I gave you. So I'm going to finish. You gave a percentage. You said 6%. That was the number. Then you went on to give a data point about the number of white people who have been killed in some fashion by police, and the number you gave was in the 400 range. And then you said the number of Black people were 200. So if you took that collectively and say 600, you're saying 30% of the people. This is your data, and that's not your data. I'm not even saying is valid, but we're just going to use your data. You're saying 30% of the people that are killed by police officers are Black, but then they only make up less than 10% of the population. You don't see that disproportionate representation?
Because you're not looking at
disproportionate
pertinent
representation.
Of course he don't.
No, because you are not looking at and considering the very pertinent background data of what is likely to get you killed by a police officer, which is
being Black,
which is traffic stops and fearing for their life.
Those are not the main sources of killings in America. You got to study up, man.
Guys,
like I told you, my childhood friend was killed in front of his mother, in front of his in his house, because they said he had
terrible
on him. Hold on, can I finish? Because they said he had drugs on him. He had no drugs on him. They choked this man to death in front of his mother, talking about he had drugs.
It's horrible. That's a horrible situation, no matter who you are.
Guys, one
situation, no matter who you are.
Time out. I want to say two things to you, Inga. You talk about rhetoric. There is nothing that Moore said tonight that was rhetoric. It's experiences in his own life. So for you to tell someone that what they've gone through is rhetoric is a straw man argument. It means you're not willing to actually have a conversation. You don't even want to listen.
You understand? You got to understand what level we're talking. If we want to sit here and exchange anecdotes from our lives, we can do that all night. Do you want to do that?
You want white male level, Kirstin?
Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk about personal experiences of what we've gone through? With
yes.
Stuff like that.
But now let him talk. Now he feels like his personal experience matters. So let's hear about it.
That is an idiot's premise for a conversation, because that's anecdote. And
it's not anecdotal, Inga, when the whole country right now, Black people are disproportionately killed, jailed, and hunted down. And
put that together with the fact that they also disproportionately kill people. White men ends you, okay? That's not the only talking point here, but I can't believe you guys haven't even done your homework on the Black crime rates. That
I know.
Discrepancy. I can't believe that. I mean, that's just insane.
Can I address that? Let me address that. And let's say that everything you say is true. Let's just say it's true. So,
according to FBI websites and the DOJ.
So, So we're gonna say that is absolutely true. These killing machines in America, these hoods.
Stop the rhetoric, dude. Stop the rhetoric.
No. Whatever you say, I'm just gonna say that's true because I have a point I want to make. So after we got out, is because you asked me how long, you never let me finish. So, and this ties into what are we talking about right now. After we got out of slavery, they had the Black codes and stuff. Black people had their own.
Let me stop you.
No.
Did you get out of slavery, or when did you get out of slavery?
Yes. Just like you talk about your ancestors, your Norwegian.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about my ancestors. So I don't hold that.
That's you. That you have that privilege. But no. So the fact that you're Norwegian.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know what we are. We don't know our history. So what are you talking about? You know your history. You know your ancestors. You know you're Norwegian. I know that title.
You know what? What I put into that is
so let me get back to Black Wall Street. So
okay,
exactly. You don't have no clue what Black. He's like, what? So that's why I said all over America, Black folks had these affluent cities and towns, and white people would come and terrorize these towns. They were called the Red Summers. You should research that.
I understand completely what you're talking about. I know
there are countless genocides that Black people went through in this country to the hands of white folks. So we had built ourselves an economic base. We had airplanes. We made a car that was known to be stronger and more dependable than the Ford Model T at that time.
That was you, huh? That was you.
We had industry in these quote unquote Black Wall Streets in these towns. And then we had white aggression. So white aggression came to these towns and broke all of this up, broke up all this broke up these black economics. They forced us to call what you call integration, but there's white towns all over America, and there's always been these hubs of white towns. So white people never fully integrated. What they wanted to do was break up our economic structure, and these hoods.
Gotcha. So
hold on. So you're familiar with Ruby Bridges? Ruby Bridges is still alive. This is that transition that they forced. This is when they was breaking up the black economic thing in Harlem, the Harlem Renaissance, in Baltimore, all these different towns in Florida, all these different places. You had this black economic. We were dealing import. So we had superseded all of the harms that quote slavery did to us. It was slavery. It was after slavery. Hold up. It was the white aggression after slavery that still ensues to this day that we experience. So that broke up our economics.
So this historical fact.
We would claim, this is all fact. I can give you.
I understand. So I'm not disputing that. So this historical fact, this historical narrative, this historical fact dictates who you have to be today.
And I haven't finished the narrative. So here we are. It's because integration was very important. Martin Luther King and shine everything, all this other stuff.
I want to get to Martin Luther King in a little bit, by the way.
Integration. That whole thing where they was like, oh, black folks, they wanted to have equal drinking water. Integration was bigger than that. Integration was these white folks going into these black towns, killing black people, taking their possessions, putting on their family names, because we think that most black folks know or think that we have slave master names, last names. But the actual ironic thing about it is there's a point in history, the Black Wall Street, where white people actually went into towns and put whatever the name was on the house, they put that on their whole entire family and took that black person's possessions. That's another historical fact you'll see when you get into Black Wall Street.
Historical facts are interesting.
We another historical fact. We were one of the most successful ethnic groups, more successful than the Jews.
Who's we? Were you part of this? Were you actually?
Yes. This is my history. Yes, this is my family.
You were there. Your history.
My grandfather was in the Seminole Wars. Yes, in Florida.
Your grandfather.
By word of mouth, he passed on to me.
You know what my grandfather did?
No, what your grandfather did, but I'm not finished yet.
Okay.
I'm not finished yet. You asked me how did we get in the hood, killing everybody, making 50.
Who's we?
You just said black men. I'm talking about, you said today black men are responsible for 50% of the murders. So I'm a black man.
You're a black man.
So you're talking about the caveat. I could be a murderer. You never know. But let me just get there.
So could I. Who knows?
After our economic structure was broken up through terrorism and white violence, we went through these structures. We were forced into these neighborhoods, these places where we had to live on other people's land. We had to live with landlords. We're still living with landlords. We don't control the community or the ground under our feet that we live at. We're policed because we're poor. So we become the FBI talked about how they funded drug wars by dumping heroin and crack through these black American cities. So we had this drug epidemic. I can get you some history on that too. But
interesting. Since we're talking history, how about the period of 1939 to 1945?
No, I do not. Enlighten me.
1939 to 1945 is commonly referred to as World War II. Something called the Holocaust. Have you heard of the Holocaust?
Okay. We fought in that war too. We fought in that war.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know how many? I don't know if you've heard of Jewish people.
Yeah.
How many Jewish
did you hear about the Black Holocaust, which it was
okay.
Before Jews. Before they killed the white Jewish population, there was a black Jewish population.
Sure there was.
And I forget how much.
However, my point is broader than that. My point is about how we let history dictate our current circumstances and how necessary it is to dictate, because it wasn't that long ago that 6 million Jewish people were killed by Germans in the occupation of Europe. Okay. That happened. Yeah. That is historical fact, just like the historical facts you just rattled off, which are fine.
No. But
however,
not history.
What's happened? What are Jewish people?
No.
Are Jewish people affected by the Holocaust?
Yes, they were. And don't you know Jewish people get millions of dollars of reparations every year?
They do. Okay, they do, today. Okay.
Yeah, they get They get millions of dollars in reparations every.
Do I get reparations? Because I was born in Norway. Norway was occupied by the Nazis.
You need to check and see how your lineage.
I don't.
But on books,
and also, I don't go around blaming modern day.
No. But see, you didn't let me finish.
The great grandfather.
Our affliction is still ever. What we're dealing with is still ever present.
You're choosing to hold on to your.
I was charged as an adult at 14. I was 14 years old, charged as an adult for marijuana.
So for whatever happened to you,
so no, that's still happening today. That's
happening to various people of various colors, my friend. That's happening to various people of various colors. And you know what? The larger conversation here.
Hold up. Your premise is that I'm talking about history and black folks is stuck on the past. That no, brother, I'm telling you, we stuck on the present, which we live in right now. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. We stuck on the present.
Then you would have to demonstrate to me that there are still laws on the book that.
What do you call mass incarceration?
What do I call that? I call it a result of
weed. They said 40% of the arrests in America are for weed, and black people. They said represented 30%. Brown people represented 30%. And then some of the collective minorities. So pretty much collective minorities represent.
You know what? Even that bit has totally changed and is no longer the case. I mean,
no. In Colorado, that just went legal. The arrest rate increased by 50% for black and brown people in Colorado.
Okay, wait, guys, time out. 1 second. I call bullshit on Inga. Inga, you said. Wait, you said cite me one law. Inga, I've offered to send you the Voting Rights Act that was gutted in 2013, and you said you don't want to read it. You claim that you want to see something, but
I can't cite you.
Isn't this a live discussion? Do you want me to sit down and read shit in the middle of it?
One of the laws is weed. One of the most pettiest laws is marijuana. We could just focus on that. I'm in the marijuana industry. I just told you 40% of the arrests, what they was coming in, kicking in our doors and killing people and stopping us.
You no longer have that problem in Massachusetts, my friend.
It smells like weed in here. Oh, shoot. Because if you were smoking weed, we would kill you or whatever else like that. Torch your car, everything. I've been there. So, but what I was talking about was we were put in these situations in these neighborhoods, and then we were further attacked because if you are the poor economic structure in any country, you're going to be attacked. So that's just it. And then on top of that, the white supremacy, the fact that we have
you just described a class issue, a poverty issue, not a race
definitely, but it's also a place, like I just told you, we were forced into through white aggression. And anytime that we get out of that place, we seem to get this aggression from white America still to this day.
Inga, why is it that the average net worth of a white person in Massachusetts is $230,000 and the average net worth of a black person is $8? And that's a statistic from the New England Venture Capital Association. That's the statistic.
You'd have to cite that for me, but if
I'll get it right now. I saw it live.
So all differences. So let's talk a little bit about the idea of outcome, of equality of outcome versus equality of opportunity, then, if you will, because so you're saying that all differences in outcome and economic outcome for people is due to oppression? Is that what you're saying?
No, sometimes oppression makes you wealthy. There's plenty of wealthy black people in America. First of all, black people, we spend over $1 trillion annually every year in America. We have enough buying power to have our own country.
So why the hell are you
we have more buying power than the national budget?
Exactly right. So why the hell?
We are wealthy. So this thing that we're spending money. We're not.
How the hell can you at the same
allowed to keep? We're not allowed.
How can you say that?
Financial institutions. What are you talking about? I just spoke to my friends at Berkshire. This is a fact in banks. The disproportionate how they treat blacks and whites. So, when a white person.
The redlining story again. Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Redlining ended in the 60s, my friend.
It's a story. Despite the fact that people in the field are even saying it. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, so.
Redlining ended in the 60s. Okay, that's
it's still going on, brother. We do real estate. We do real estate. We have to jump. Black people have a 8+ credit score.
So
another house, everything.
Bankers just don't want to make money. Bankers don't want to make money.
So they have to jump through hoops. Then we'll have a white person.
So you're saying that a banker would. So you're saying
I have a white client. I have a white client with a sketchy work history, and it'll be a lot easier for them to get a loan from the bank, like magic. And this is what we're experiencing today.
See, this is in your head. That's totally in your head. That is absolutely illegal.
Told you that it wasn't happening.
You can see this is the thing. If you can make a case that you've been discriminated against in loan proceedings, you have a lawsuit coming, my friend, that will pay for your whole mortgage for the rest of the life.
And for those who actually live it, it's common. It's common information. It's common knowledge. That's what we're dealing with.
It's common knowledge, is it? But not backed up by any facts.
But anyway,
so you can just say
the facts are prevalent. What are you talking about? The facts.
What facts are prevalent? You are literally claiming right here, right now.
Facts are prevalent in a disproportionate.
Because you don't read books doesn't mean it's not out there.
The facts are prevalent in a disproportionate.
I'm not going to get nasty on this podcast, but
yeah, let me give you some facts. Black people control no industry in America. So after having all of these industries that they had propped up their own communities, we control no industry in America. We had our own planes.
Why is that?
Trains.
Why is that?
Because of white supremacy.
So do Jewish people control industries in America?
Yes, Jewish people do control.
Despite their historical oppression?
Well, this is another thing you might not understand. Some black people view Jewish people, or most black people view Jewish people the same as white people, because you guys have the same skin color. You guys both benefit in America the same way.
But the historical oppression is rampant. Was definitely very much there, right?
There was strong, yes, between
very
Jews.
Much there.
Jews went through horrific events, and they're getting. That's why they're getting the attention that they're getting in terms of reparations. They've been allowed to build their communities in America.
Right. And black people, whatever community you would like to build, you're barred from doing.
And you have to say that Jews haven't been in chattel slavery in America. So, and in our chattel slavery, like I just told you through massive.
When were you in chattel slavery? When were you? When were you?
Right here in America, where you breed.
When were you in chattel slavery?
When you breed right here in America, I just told you when you breed.
No, when were you personally in chattel slavery?
Personally, how can I be? I'm only 40 years old. What are you talking?
Well, how can you? But so you.
So what are you talking about? So okay. So when you breed, when you take a man and you take a woman, you buy them and you breed them to have children. That's cattle slavery. I know people. You've been bred like
a puppy.
Yes.
You've been bred like a puppy.
Yes, we've been bred in America. Yes.
The reality of it,
we've been bred in America for our labor. Yes.
Into the larger race issue here.
You want me? I cannot disconnect with my ancestors no more than you can disconnect with your.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna blow your mind right now. I'm gonna blow your mind, please. I'm gonna blow your mind right now.
Blow my mind, please.
The reality, if you took a DNA test,
because he's a joke. So why would I get upset?
It's if you took a DNA test right now, chances are so damn good that most of your history, most of your DNA is European. That you. Let me connect.
So that's how white supremacy are. Let me connect you. Did you know? Let me finish. Black people were here. Black people were here millions of years before white folks. So
in America?
So yes. So you
in America? Black people were in America?
No. Oh yes.
What are you talking? Okay, no.
More than millions of years. Here, I'll give you some books on that too. Forbidden Archaeology by Michael Crimo and
have you seen that?
Robert Nevins is another archaeologist, but we've been here for a long time. Yeah, we have a lot of history in the Americas, but I'm talking about on the planet. We've been here. We was here for millions of years.
Who the hell is we?
What are you talking about? Who the hell is the Norwegians? I mean, who the hell is Norwegians?
Nobody.
All right then. So why you just
identify along those lines?
So why did you just identify that as your nationality?
Nationality is a country.
It's not that Norwegian history belongs to you. So that belongs to you.
No, it doesn't. I am in.
You want to disconnect me from my history because you don't like your part that you played in my history.
Huh?
Funny. I can't have a history because you played a part in a negative way in my history. Is that your psychosis? Is that your belief? I don't have a.
I don't
have a history because you played a negative part in my history.
Part did I play in your history? You put that one together.
What negative part did white men play in black folks' history?
I am not white men, dude. Okay. I'm not white men.
So what are you?
I'm Ingeborg. I am Ingeborg, musician.
Hold on. You are what?
Huh?
What'd you say you were?
I am Inga Berg.
Berg. Where the fuck Berg come from? How many Bergs have they been? How many Bergs in your history? How long? How far does the Berg history go back? So you have a Berg history. Your last name is Berg. Knucklehead. Goddamn. So
yeah, my last name is Berg. And what does that mean?
You have a history you connected to, Berg.
What does that mean to you?
You have your ancestors, the Berg.
I can trace the Berg name. I can trace the Berg name.
Yes. So you come from somebody, some people.
I came from farmers. I came from farmers.
You have an origin. You have an ancestral origin. So what the hell are you talking about? I came
from poor farmers.
Played a negative part in mine.
I came from poor people in Norway.
So like I was saying, Berg.
Yeah. So what do you come from?
When we got out of cattle slavery.
What do you come from?
Industry. We had our own industry. It was white aggression. The same.
Who the fuck is we? Who the fuck is we?
Who the fuck is Berg? Who is Berg?
Who knows? You tell me.
Berg.
I think part of it is Finnish farmers.
Who is Berg?
Huh?
Who's Berg?
Some Finnish farmers and some poor Norwegian.
All right then. So who is we? Some Black Americans that have been going through white aggression. That's what
Again, your fucking collectivism is ridiculous.
Berg, my collectivism.
I don't think we at all. I don't think
farmers is a collectivism. Berg. You just told me some farmers and some fishers and some, that's collectivism.
You just classified yourself.
No, that is part of
people.
Possibly who I might have in my lineage. It has nothing to do with who I am.
Exactly, lineage. Like I said, I'm not allowed to have a history. I know I'm not allowed.
What the fucking lineage you want?
Because you played a negative, because you feel some way because you played a negative part in my history.
No. I played a negative part in your history.
Who is we? Who is we? I wish I knew, Berg. I wish I knew.
Yeah, I wish you knew too, and you'll probably find out you're half fucking German.
I wish I knew that name, but we don't have that. I don't know that.
Why don't you do a DNA test and find out you're half German? That'd be funny as fuck. Why don't you do that?
Well, let me finish. Genetic scale. So on a genetic,
if you were half German, what would you do?
Berg, this is gonna blow your mind.
Let me ask you this. What if you found out you were half German?
Berg, let me ask you this, because I was asking you first. This is gonna blow your mind. Berg, we have a genetic code history here for millions of years. So we was
millions of years, pure lineage from Africa.
Actually, is that right? But I don't want to blow your mind no more.
Is that right? So you kept your lineage.
Evidence of us here prior to the Pangea, but I don't want to blow your mind.
You've actually kept your lineage as
continental divide,
so you can trace it back to God knows where in Africa.
Continental divide. But anyway, whatever continent you want to place us, which meaning Black folks, melanated folks, whether you want to say Africa, America, anywhere you
melanated folks. Let me tell you something about melanin. Let me tell you a little something about melanin.
Berg, can I finish?
You can finish.
And then I'll let you go. That's how to go. This is a conversation, Berg. You listen, I listen. You listen, I listen. That's how a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, so since we were here first, I'm not half white, you half Black. You understand me? You have my genetic code in you.
Of course I fucking do.
So if you say that once I take a DNA test, that I will find that I'm half this or half Norwegian or whatever like that, what is a race to you? What does that mean when it's a hodgepodge?
You want to go there? You really want to go there?
It all comes from these Black folks that was here first. It comes from these Black folks that was here first. So everything.
Have I had an issue with any of that?
We are the genetic parents to white folks.
So you're a Black separatist for that reason? You're a Black separatist for that reason?
I'm not a Black separatist.
Yes, you are. You're talking Black separatism.
You are more of me. You have more of me. If you want to classify saying that I have something that if I have some white in me, no, it's the other way around. You actually have me and you because I was here first.
Dude.
Our genetic code is longer.
Dude, the only
so you have our genetic code.
The only problem you and I have is
we have 100 trillion new amino acids being created every day in melanin. New amino acids being created every day. We are the genetic fathers.
Here's my fucking problem with you. Here's my problem with you. And then fucking nutshell.
What is it? What's your problem with me? Not the fact that I don't listen. Not the fact that I don't read no books.
Everyone who might be listening to this, you more are a fucking racist.
I know.
Yeah, you're a racist.
Now let me tell you what racism is.
Did I blow your mind?
In order to be a racist, you would have to be able to force your culture on another culture. That's what this white supremacy thing.
No.
No, let me finish, or else since you said racism.
Yeah. You're a racist.
Let me explain to you. Let me give you the definition of racism.
I'm glad we settled this. Really glad we said it.
Matter of fact, you give me the why don't you look up racism right now? Give me the definition of racism, please.
Racism is judging somebody based on the color.
No. Please look it up. Please look it up. Don't give me the white big head.
No.
Look it up. You got a computer right in front of you.
You know what? Who I'll go with? You know who I'll go with for the definition?
Please look it up.
You know who I'll go with for the definition?
Please look it
Martin
up.
Luther King. Martin Luther King. I'll go with them. Okay.
No. Let's look up.
Oh, so wait. What do you have to say to Martin Luther King?
No. I asked you a question, man. Come on, please.
Yeah, my definition of racism.
Definition of racism.
Definition of racism.
I'll look it up since you won't.
Yeah, you look it up. You look it up.
I'll give you the.
However, I will also look it up.
Hold on.
Look it up.
The belief that different races possess distinct characteristics, abilities, or qualities, especially so as to distinguish them as inferior or superior to one another.
Exactly. Do I believe any of that?
No. What black people go through in American public school, or America, period, where we aren't acknowledged.
Yeah.
You're the only one in this conversation
who believes any of that crap.
That's racism. We are made to learn your culture. You never have to learn my culture. That's racism.
You're the only one.
You have to have power over another race. You have to have power over influence over another race.
You are the only one in this conversation who even goes.
Where do black people have power over influence over another race?
What? I don't believe in race.
Where do black people's race have power influence over another race?
I don't believe in black people. I don't believe in white people. So, hey.
But you believe in Norwegians. You believe in Norwegians. You just said
Norway is a country. No, I do not believe in Norwegians as a race. No, I do not. I certainly do not. That would be idiotic.
So you don't believe in classifications. So there's no way to distinguish who's being hurt or not.
There's no way to distinguish race.
There's no way to distinguish. There's no way to. You don't believe in classification, so there's no way. Even though white folks went all around the planet classifying everything.
You can't even tell me.
Now that you benefit from classification,
you can't even pin me as white.
You don't believe.
You can't even pin me.
You said you was white. You said you was a white man earlier. You're not a white man no more. You're a black man. I forgot. You black.
Yeah, I come from Africa like you, brother.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. You got my genetic code.
So what the fuck? What are your classifications about? What are your classifications about? Huh? What are you're the one classifying people, not me.
How am I classifying people? I was born here when the classifications was here. What are you talking?
You're the one holding on to
when I was born, the classifications
identity politics about who's who, not me.
So I created the classifications.
You're certainly playing them. You're certainly playing them.
The classifications.
You're certainly playing them.
Hey, stop hurting black people. Stop.
You are
stop
all
the white
about
supremacy.
identifying yourself.
So as soon as we identify, it must be. We have to. Well, first of all, we have been identified. You feel me? I didn't.
Are we gonna stop?
When I was born, we were already.
I'm for stopping.
When I was born, we were already identified as something in America.
Right. Out of the two of us,
this started was way before me. This started way before me.
Out of the two of us, who's more for ending the classification according to skin color? You or me?
What do you mean ending the classification for
ending the classifications according to skin color? Who's more?
What does that mean?
Me or you?
First of all, races are an illusion. These are illusory terms that they put on people.
Finally, we agree on something.
These are made up terms that they put on people.
Finally, we agree on something.
I'm certainly different than you, and I'm certain. But just by looking at appearance, we can scientifically see that we are okay. These are
so is
my hair. My hair.
So is every individual.
So is everybody in between black folks also. So I didn't make the classifications. I was born in the.
No, is anybody.
And I've been persecuted for the classifications. So you're saying I haven't been, and you're saying I can't. You're saying to identify myself is racist.
I am saying that you are
saying, hey, black people are being hurt, and we being hurt by white folks that's
you
racist.
Were continuing with the we. I tell you, man, if you stop the we shit, see what happens.
Yeah, that's real beneficial, real convenient, right? You don't want because it's dangerous to say we can think as ourselves as we, isn't it? For black folks to think ourselves
collectivism is a fucking dumbass idea, dog.
For black folks in America to think of ourselves as we, that's dangerous to you, ain't it?
That's not dangerous to me. It's dangerous to you.
Martin Luther King saying, "We shall overcome." What the fuck was he talking about?
He also said,
"Bird." What was Martin Luther King talking about? We shall over. He said, "We." What was we trying to overcome? Your white ass.
He said, well, do you know what his dream was?
Your white ass, Bird.
Do you know what his dream was?
No, not me.
Do you remember his dream? Remember Martin Luther King's dream?
Equality. Why was he dreaming of equality? Because we wasn't getting that shit.
Do you remember what he's talking about?
We still folks are still alive. They still alive.
Let's go back to Martin
Luther King. You want us to
quote.
forget these folks ain't even dead, but Martin Luther King, the people who's around during civil rights. I just told you Ruby Bridges is still alive, and you want me to talk about we want to forget about it like y'all got over it.
Yeah, you do need to forget about it.
We still trying to overcome. No,
you do need to forget about it because you got to lose.
The boy just got killed in the street by the police. What you talking about?
You gotta lose the we. You gotta lose the identification with other people who look vaguely like you.
They said on average, 3 black men die by the hands of police in America every day. What's
the number for whites on average?
Those are genocidal conditions.
Yeah, what's the number for whites? 6?
I don't know.
8? Yeah,
I don't know.
Like that.
Twice. It got it. You're right, Bird. You're right. It got to be twice.
I am right. I actually am right on that.
White men are dying at twice the number.
Actually, I'm right. So you know what? How about you fucking lose?
I wish, Bird. I wish that you said was true.
Was that?
I wish they was running around here fearing for their life on white men. I wish they was that round.
Fear for your life. You fucking. That's on you, dude. That's on you.
No. I'm talking about police fearing for their life. You don't even know the concept. I said I wish they was running around. I wish the police was running around here fearing for their life from white men. Because when they say they fear for their life from black men, we get shot. That's why I said fear for your life.
There's some reason for that, given the crime statistics. Yes, I mean that's
yeah. So hold on, which one is it? Are white men being persecuted by police 50% more than black men, or what's going on, Bert?
People involved in crime tend to get involved in
saying that white men are being killed twice the time as black men.
Absolutely.
I said 3 black men die every day by police in America, and you said, it's probably twice the men for white men. And
we got the numbers. I can go back to the numbers.
Yeah, well, it's probably twice. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Why is it?
It is twice. Yeah, it's twice.
There's a conspiracy against my white men in America.
It is actually twice that. So yes, that's those are raw numbers. So you can't argue with that.
Okay.
So yeah, those are raw numbers.
Why is it not on the news, Bert? Where's all the footage of white men being shot and killed?
Good fucking point, my friend. Yeah, I'll tell you why it doesn't get media. Because the media.
You think we've been talking about this forever? You think white men wouldn't have been like, hey, I'm getting shot out here too, as much as you crying about shit tonight. You think white men wouldn't be crying? You think white men wouldn't be crying? You think white men wouldn't be crying about what they're going through in America? Come on, man. White women is crying about what they're going through at your hands.
White men, white women don't identify along race narratives like you do. So no, not at all.
The race narratives that they created. Okay.
They who?
I don't the same white women and who's white women and white men? Who are you talking about?
They quote unquote don't
who are white men and white men? You talking about them, aren't you?
They don't see it in a race perspective like you do.
Who is they?
Anyone, people.
Exactly. What the hell are you talking about, man? You're so confused. But
people, man.
You got to block off anything that might make some sense because that would infringe upon the thing.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous statement.
Yeah.
Ridiculous statement.
I don't know why you feel like that.
You already went back
to admit someone else is suffering. How does that infringe upon anything you've done for
someone else? First, you have someone who's someone else. Again, you're coming back to the
Black Americans.
Yeah, and white Americans also, but we don't.
You asked me.
Now you got me using the fucking we.
So you asked me who. First of all, you're talking circuit. You asked me who, and then I tell you who, and then you tell me somebody else. So if you already knew, why are you asking me who then? If white men,
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking.
White men is suffering in America.
I'm telling you.
Why are you asking?
Grand total of white people.
This should be asked the white guy. This should be asked the white guy. Because we came here to hear your opinion. This asked the white guy because we came here to hear your opinion, right?
You came here to be rebutted by me. Yeah, you certainly fucking did. That's for
ask the white guy. Ask the white guy.
Yeah, you asked me as much as you asked you. That's how this goes. Absolutely. No question about that. No question about that. I don't know. It's not. Of course. Would you think I was going to sit here and listen to a lecture?
You know how idiotic it would be for me to try to and exhaust him to give him specifics of events. This is happening. This is prevalent. This is for me to go through specifics.
I told you in the beginning.
You got America rioting right now. America is rioting right now because of white supremacy. So for me to give you
audience request, people are telling me they're trying to listen to you guys. Like they told me that I need to moderate. I'm not going to moderate, but like, because especially you, Birds, you have this way of quietly say something that pisses people off. Like you guys are being really loud at each other. So try to turn it now more. You're doing a conversation right now, but try to listen and answer each other's questions back and forth. Okay,
I have to get loud because
Question
Berg
time.
never lets
Rapid
me
fire.
asks me a question and then doesn't want me to finish.
You're right. You're correct. You're correct. Inga,
Still rapid fire.
White
Rapid
people
fire.
are giving feedback about you, Inga, because you say one thing and then you say the opposite. So you say to Moore, that's just your personal experience. But then Moore tries to talk about the group and you go, well, why are we talking about the group? You should only speak for yourself. So basically, he's fucked if he does and he's fucked if he doesn't. And I just use the F word on camera or on air.
Interesting.
I apologize, but go ahead.
However, but I've also answered Moore's assertions by bringing up statistics that totally kill.
And I said, and I relented. Then I relented to your statistics. I said, those are true. Let me tell you why.
Yeah, why? Why?
I just went through the whole story, but because all right, I'll start from because of Black Wall Streets, the Black Wall Streets all over America, right after segregation when they busted up.
Now we're going in circles. Okay,
right,
we're going in circles.
And you have to check that out. Check that why we really segregated in America and what really happened with that. That was about grabbing Black people.
Now we're going in circles. Now we're going back to
America,
history.
Now let me finish. White America never really fully desegregated. And if you look at Boston, you see all these white-only hubs.
Right. Let me jump in for 1 sec more. Inga, here's the reality. If your grandparents were wiped out in a massacre, if a town where your family built their own wealth, their own version of Wall Street, was massacred and wiped out, which, by the way, is coming up the very date that Donald Trump decided to do his next little
Kirstin,
rally.
Kirstin.
Can she finish?
That's the history. You just described the history of most of Europe where I'm from.
That's
Thank
not
you.
True. But we're not in America though. White guys in America have been the aggressors. White guys have not been massacred ever by other groups.
No, Berg, but we're talking about present day, Berg. How come you can go into history and we can't?
Yeah, I'm not trying to go into history at all.
We're talking about present day.
You're going into history? Present day? Are there any laws?
I'm talking about mass incarceration is our present day.
Are there any laws that prevent you from doing anything that I can do? Any law?
I just told you, the Voting Rights Act was gutted so that all the voting places were reduced drastically so that Black people in Georgia this week had to wait in line 4 or 5 hours.
Oh my goodness. So no white people have to wait.
Let me tell you the law. Let me tell you the law. It's called the color of law. And that still exists.
The color. I know what the color of law
is. The color of law. And that still exists from slavery, since they let us out of slavery.
Okay.
They're arresting us because of our color. Until this day, they're arresting us our color. So the color of law.
The color of law. You're misusing the term, by the way.
No. The color of law.
The color of law
for us means if they make a law, it's for you, your Black ass.
No, you're misunderstanding.
That's what the color of law means for us.
No, I can explain the term, the color of law to you.
It's pretentious stops. It's driving while Black. Yeah. The color of law. That's us. These
are things that everyone in America experiences, my friend. I myself have been stopped.
You experience driving while white? You experience driving while white?
I've experienced driving while being stopped by a cop who's got a fucking agenda. Yes, I certainly have.
Did you get that ticket? Or did you got a ticket?
I got more tickets than you can fucking wipe your ass with, dog.
We get pulled over. My car gets tossed for.
So you don't think I've experienced any of
smelling marijuana that was never present.
Are you insane? Do you think I don't experience this? Are you fucking out of your mind, dog?
If you experience it as an individual, I know personally white folks who do experience who have.
Yeah, but how do you?
I have friends.
How do you explain that?
I have friends who experienced being arrested, but not experienced being Black.
Yeah, you know what?
This arrested for everything you could do.
It's not going anywhere.
So like I said, what our experience with the color of law is, if you Black, like for your pants sag.
You're using that wrong, by the way. The color of law means something you don't. That's a different term, but okay.
Okay, give me the definition. What's the
definition? Is that somebody acts under color of law.
Interpretation of the color of law.
No, it has nothing to do with the race or coloring.
The legal definition of color of law is the interpretation of law. So the color of law would be your interpretation.
It's somebody who doesn't have the authority to do X, Y, or Z, doing it anyway under color of law.
Your interpretation of law. So
no.
Yeah. Aggressive white force. When you have an aggressive white police force and their interpretation of law is get them Black folks, or when you have a president from the presidential seat, highest seat in America, saying, "Hey, these predators, get these Black folks," during the Clinton administration.
Okay, anyway,
you have a continued aggression toward Black folks that we still experience to this day.
Guys, wait, by the way, clarification, color of law, a forgotten history of how our government created segregated America. Moore is right. The color of law absolutely has to do with using interpretation to deny Blacks equal rights. I'll get a copy of that book and send it to you.
Sure, absolutely. There's no question that historically these things were true, but these
It's happening
historical,
right now.
again, you're
right now.
mixing. You're
So
mixing
public servant-
history with present day in a way
Well,
that
present day is actually going on. So public servants who
that's you
interpret that
say.
they're
So you
supposed to
say. So you
attack
say. So you say.
public servants who interpret they're supposed not just black, not just white public servants, black, Spanish.
All right, well, let's get constructive for a second here. Let's get constructive because this is getting tedious and we've been in for a while. All right.
Yeah, let's be constructive.
Let me ask you just an open-ended question. Okay.
Are you going to let me answer the question before you ask?
I will let you. Of course, I'll let you answer. I'm going to probably.
No, not of course, because that hasn't been.
All right. Okay. Okay. How do you see us going forward?
Oh, a big conversation just like this one. With people listening.
A big conversation. A lot of just going forward. Would it have something to do with letting go of?
Let me finish. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get loud if you ain't gonna let me finish.
Finish.
Because black folks get loud. We don't have no problem getting loud now.
Oh yeah, the collective we.
The viewers said shit. We don't want to hear that black man yelling no more. Chill out. Let him.
Oh, the collective we is speaking again. I got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, the collective we.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. So what was the question again that you asked me? What'd you ask?
Question was simple. How do we go forward while holding on to every fucking bit of the past?
A conversation just like we have it now, like I said, and just like what's going on all over America.
What do you want?
Hold up. Can I finish? A conversation is when I speak and you can interpret that information, and then you speak and I interpret that information.
Don't lecture me on the conversation.
You got it. One, you got to let me finish speaking, and two, you got to give a second for your brain to hear it or interpret it, right?
Go.
So, anyway,
Go.
Exactly. You talking about, you asked me how do we fix it, but you don't want to listen. You understand? So that's exactly how we don't fix it, is not listening to one another.
Okay, go.
How we do fix it is not saying people's experience is invalid. Say, hey, man, you being hunted? Oh, what the fuck? And then you actually think about like, hey, I've been on a hunting expedition before. I was actually preying on an animal. Damn, that's how black folks feel? Like, yo, why you feel like that? And then you ask me and I tell you, and you like, well, what the fuck? And then, that's how it starts. That's how we heal. That's how we go forward.
Yeah, okay.
Not saying that my experience isn't valid, and you don't speak for, I don't speak for all black men. I never said I do. You understand? I said I'm speaking for professional black men, or like, just like a professional doctor would speak on a case. They might have different views. You might have 2 different doctors here, 5 different doctors, 5 different views. So that's all.
Hey, Moore, do we have any black women we can bring on?
Okay, so in other words, you're saying that everyone's experience, no matter whether it's false or true or interpreted or real, should be taken into account. So that way, if
I say every victim, I say every person who's been victimized and feel like they've been.
Yeah, well, can you? Okay, but here's the thing.
Would you tell a rape victim that their experience is invalid? Some get over it different. Some rape victims, they get raped and then they go rape other people. They become rapists.
Yes.
Some rape victims get raped and never leave their home. So you have different
of
trauma.
Absolutely, certainly put allegations of rape to the test. Yes, I certainly would. I do not believe anyone who comes forward and says they're a victim. No, I do not. I will never do that. And I've learned that from much experience, that that there is such a thing as capitalizing on victimhood. Absolutely, both among any group, anyone who says they can capitalize, anyone who says they can say, "Oh, I was a victim of this, that, the other thing." We'll use that for something.
Look right now, buddy, it's not a good look because it's making it sound like. You're not. It makes it sound like if some woman that you knew was the victim of rape, you would not give her story credence.
If the story holds water, I would totally give it credence, and the law needs to deal with that. That's correct.
So as a victim of mass incarceration, I'm speaking on behalf of victims of
mass incarceration. That's extremely loose. Did you do something wrong or not? Are you incarcerated for a reason?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What wrong? How wrong is marijuana to a 14-year-old? Is it wrong enough to be charged as an adult?
Probably not. No, definitely not. We can all agree on that.
Is it legal in a legal state where marijuana is legal? Is it legal enough to have a secret indictment that was eventually thrown out when they went?
I don't know. You know what? Your particular court, you should have to read the particulars. I don't know. But your interpretation of it is one thing, but I don't know.
Your concept is this: you believe black people are inherently criminal.
Excuse the fuck out of me?
The statistics, the mass incarceration statistics, I tell you, black people are being mass incarcerated. And you say, well, did they do something wrong? So the statistics,
I do believe that most people who are
the statistics that show that black people are being mass incarcerated
through their individual crimes.
The statistics that show that black people are being mass incarcerated, if that was fair, then black people are inherently criminal. Pretty much, they're with the
putting the cart before the horse here, my friend. Putting the cart before the horse.
Yourself. First, you said
show me.
Wait, Inga. First, you said there are no victims. Now you're saying everyone that's in jail deserves to be. Those are two totally contradictory. Those cannot exist together.
I am saying that most people who are in prison did in fact break a law. Yes,
that is absolutely not true. That is
your color and the color. But that's what I'm trying to say. At 14, I had some marijuana. Little white boy from my school came and asked me for some marijuana. I didn't have any marijuana for sale. So I put some Dutch guts that's inside of the cigar, inside of a bag.
So your issue is with marijuana laws.
Oh, no, let me finish. So I did do a crime. So I did what I'm trying to tell you is I had weed and I didn't the crime that they say I didn't do. I didn't sell them weed, but they charged a Schedule 1 at 14, a 14-year-old child. They charged me as an adult for a Schedule 1 drug sale to a minor. So question to you is, was that valid?
So you're saying that no white people who deal to a minor.
No. I'm saying that a 14-year-old black children are charged as an adult. Charges are, you understand? They're not charging white children as adults for marijuana.
Oh, they're not? Can you
that's not why. No, they're not. They're doing that to black and Latino men.
How many of your white friends do you know smoked pot all through junior high, high school, and college? None of us ever got anything happening to us.
A little bit different pot culture in Norway, so not that many, but yes.
If you were here, nothing would have happened to you, buddy. Nothing. Okay.
Nothing would happen to me, buddy, because I'm white. I'm what, the white shield? Is that what it is? The white shield?
You can laugh.
Yes, I do laugh.
True. Yes, I agree with you.
Laugh. Yes. I do laugh. I
do agree with you. Yes, it's that white shield.
It's that white shield. All right, there you go. Let me.
Yo, I can see Bird stepping out the house now. Like, yeah.
Next time you pulled up with the cops, let me walk up with my white shield, man.
Oh,
fucking stand between. Oh wait! Oh, white man to the rescue! Leave more alone, dude, because he ain't done nothing. You know, it's so stupid, dude. There's no white sheet.
That's a wave. I feel it. The way you was doing your hands, like got my white shield on. I can see that on the video. Dude, that's the wave, Bird.
This conversation's going on. It's, you know what? Whatever. How do you guys feel?
Your white shield on.
Yeah, nah.
You are pervious to laws. You're not. Driving while white. You got your shield on.
So
yeah, I got my shield. Yeah.
Huh?
You know.
More. I have a question for you. For those people who are intelligent and curious enough to want to actually learn what they don't already know, could you throw out some books or some ideas, things that we should be looking at or reading to learn more about Black history and Black's present day situation?
Yeah, okay, great.
Definitely. Present day situation books. Cynthia, there's a book.
Bring her on camera more. Bring her on camera.
Let me guess. The new Jim Crow, right?
I'm not gonna bring her on camera for this foolishness.
I'm telling you, if you want to really push Inga over the edge.
There's a professor going around, a woman, she's doing these cognitive dissonance tours, and she talks about the mass incarceration. She talks about the school to prison pipeline. That's a powerful book to look.
You're talking about the what's it called, the new Jim Crow by Michelle what's her face?
The new Jim Crow is a good book.
Yeah, I read it. I
actually have a book. Go read my book, and let's actually maybe we can have another conversation after you read my book if you want to. But I give a whole bunch of I'll give a whole bunch of references in there.
Give him a copy of your book. He won't give and more. Just bring Cynthia on for a minute. It'll push Inga over the edge. Okay.
What a wonderful unbiased moderator we have.
I'm just saying, Inga, intelligent, powerful, gorgeous women.
Okay, hold on. So let me so I got here's a book for people who want a book. There's a book by Jack D. Forbes.
Yep.
Jack D. Forbes, Africans and Native Americans: The Legacy of Race and Evolution of Black Peoples. That's a powerful book. White man who was alive during that time and wrote about what he was seeing. Another book by Jack D. Forbes, The American Discovery of Europe. Powerful. It talks about this. There was a slave trade actually going from the Americas first to Europe. Here's another powerful book. Here's a reference book.
About slave trade? You want to talk about the slave trades? You want to talk about the various slave trades?
No. Let me give these references.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But so white folks was in slavery too. There was white folks in slavery. They were more indentured slavers, but we don't have to go. We could talk about that another time. Forbidden Archaeology by Michael Cremo. But he's more of a contemporary thing. But that book, Forbidden Archaeology, is an amazing reference book to history and to archaeology. I love archaeology because it's a little bit more biased.
Well, good.
And then you got William Nivens. William Nivens, powerful book. He goes and talks about Black folks being in the Americas 2 and 11 million years ago. Cities. This is a white. He's a famous archaeologist.
Oh God Almighty.
The book that William Nivens, a good book, is Photos from the State of Guerrero, Mexico, in 1895. That book from Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. Buried Cities and Forgotten Gods is another book by it's a book by Robert Wicks, but he references William Nivens' findings in there.
All right, very good. So
he talks about Black folks in a tertiary area of 63 million years ago. This is not no kook. He was a well-respected archaeologist.
So now we're into ancient history and theories thereof. Okay, very good. So we should talk about. We should probably talk about the the slaves who built the pyramids at this point, if you want to go there. But I don't think this conversation needs to go there. But
I mean, it just depends on where you want to go for it. Modern science has disproved that slaves.
We're trying to. I think we're trying to keep it somewhat.
Here's somebody more contemporary that can kind of fill some gaps in about American experience for Black folk, for white folks who really want to know, and Black folks. Dr. Ben. And Dr. Ben, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, They Came Before Columbus. That's another good one.
Okay. But so now we're getting into a totally different historical perspective and theories on who came to America first.
Well, we don't know because you haven't read the book. You just based it off the title you just heard.
I don't think we need to go there because we could go every.
He actually references a lot of stuff in his book from William Nivens. So it's
okay. I don't know where this is going. I
believe he got a Nobel Peace Prize.
You gave your book recommendations, and I don't know. Can I? Is this? Do
you have some books for me?
What's that?
You got some books for me? I know you read.
Do I have some books for you?
I know you read some crazy literature to.
I didn't really come with a reading list per se. I didn't really come with a reading list per se, but I mean, you could start with Thomas Sowell, for example, and his theories on the Democrat plantation. You could go with, some actual knowledge of the African slave markets that existed for thousands of years before transatlantic slavery.
And they're still going on today, though. Those slave markets are still going on today.
In Africa, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to talk history,
those ancient slave markets, they still exist today.
They certainly do. Do they exist in America? So maybe
in other ways, in other forms, yes. You have.
Oh, in other ways, in esoteric.
You have missing children. You have missing women.
Yeah,
So you have human trafficking.
In esoteric ways that you apply race to. Yes.
You have mass incarceration. So slavery exists in a lot of different caveats.
Mass incarceration, as if it's completely divorced from crime rates. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, crime rates for what? Marijuana.
Crime rates for marijuana is obviously, but you know what?
Which represented 40% of the mass incarceration.
Guess what we're doing? Legalizing marijuana every fucking where, dog.
And guess what's happening? The The arrest rate has increased for Black and brown folks during legalization. Is what it tells you.
Probably because they won't
White folks making $1 billion and they still have a billion.
Yeah, well, you know what? Get aboard the business, dog.
I am.
Get aboard the business.
I am, but what I'm also pushing for is the stop of the mass incarceration.
I'm not saying, but you know what? I don't think any black person.
How is it legal? How is it legal? And it's still you know what? Increase the arrest.
I honestly feel like this is deteriorating. I'm not trying to shy away from further conversation, but in terms of like this broadcast has been going on for a long time. And I'm not saying we got to end it, but I'm just thinking that maybe possibly it's time to wrap it up or no.
Well, definitely, it's up to you.
No, it's that, you know, whatever. I just feel like nobody's going to want to watch a 3-hour long thing. So I'm thinking.
I mean, there's a lot of pieces going on that people can pick apart and check this out. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, no, they can do that whatever the hell they want, man. They can do whatever the hell they want, you know. But I'm kind of feeling I could go for hours for sure asking you, but yeah, Kirstin, where are you at? What are you thinking?
You can go for hours. You can go for hours, Berg. Let me talk to your wife. Let me ask her about that.
Oh my fucking God! You didn't.
You can go for hours, Berg.
You didn't just go there.
Berg. You for real? You can go for hours.
You did not just go there.
I think what we need to do now is let people. I'm going to put this on my Facebook wall. Let people watch, give some feedback, and based on that, if you guys want to challenge, you know, people are going to come up with questions and comments. I did not do the technology well tonight. Next time I'm going to do right on my Facebook.
Kirstin, I got to be honest with you. You did very well tonight. Your moderation skills are atrocious.
Oh my God.
But hey, I still love you, babe. It's all good.
Inga, I'm gonna let the crowd decide whether you or I were more atrocious. But
make sure you pick the crowd. Make sure the monster crowd comes in.
I had a good time. But
it's all good.
We need to have people ready to listen, I guess, to have a real conversation.
To listen. You know what? No, you need to have people ready to fucking debate, dog. Debate.
A debate would have
not listen.
A debate would entail that I talk and you talk, but that really didn't happen. We was talking over each other a lot. So
yeah, it's fine. It's fine, dog. It's fine.
Before we get off break,
just let your wife say hello.
Whoa. Oh Jesus, what just happened? Okay.
Hey.
She's all set. She's all set.
I said hello from over here, Kirstin.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, you know what?
I'm gonna make you put her on. That's not cool. I want us to show you're a power couple.
What the hell is that?
We don't have. I don't have anything to prove.
More. Can I ask you one last question?
No, you can't ask me no more questions because you didn't listen to the answers. You're not gonna listen.
Can I just throw one thing out there?
You're not gonna catch me for one last time. You ain't gonna catch me again. Ask me a question.
I want to get this in there.
I'm not gonna hear it. I'm not gonna listen.
How fucking racist is Kirstin Elaine Martin? Fucking 200% racist, dog. You know this. You know this, right?
Racist.
She wants to show you off as a power couple, a black power couple. That's her fucking. That's her white virtue signaling bullshit coming right through here. You know. You know that. You know that, right? You get that.
He's intimidated.
You know that, right?
He doesn't believe in a black power couple.
Inga, white people don't think that black men and women are power couples. You would be so lucky to have a woman like Moira.
It's so transparent. It's so transparently virtue signaling. Oh my fucking God. It's absolutely
Berg, you have been a ton of laughs tonight. I promise you have been a ton of laughs, man.
I'm having a good time. I'll continue the conversation anytime, all right? I'll continue the conversation anytime. All right, peace out. Peace out.
I don't know.
Go read some of the references.
What's that now?
I would like probably somebody who maybe is more open to talking next time. No offense to you.
Open to talking? How the fuck you fucking open to talking? I've been sitting there talking to you for hours.
Wait, next time we're gonna say ask the white guy.
What you mean is open.
You need to give Berg his own segment. Ask the white guy.
I would never host such a fucking event, dog.
You did tonight. You already.
No, I didn't. I didn't host this. You did.
You
did. You hosted this event. Ask the black man. Ask the black man. No, you'll never see me. You'll never fucking see me hosting an event called Ask the White Man because that's absurd. Absurd. All right. Can we sign off? Can we sign off in peace?
Okay.
Can we sign off in peace?
Good night, guys.
Peace. Smoke a joint. I'm going to